Hey everyone, welcome back to another deep dive where we explore all kinds of cool stuff to help you with learning English.
And I'm excited to be here again, ready to break down some language and look at how you can use it in your everyday life.
Today we're going to be focusing on something super practical, talking about what you're doing during the day.
Yeah, it's like one of those essential things you do all the time, right?
Totally. And, getting comfortable with this kind of conversation can really help boost your confidence when you're speaking English.
For sure, and that's why we're calling this deep dive talking about today's schedule.
Exactly. We're going to dive into a simple, everyday chat about daily plans.
So you can pick up some useful vocabulary and phrases that you can start using right away.
To get us started, we're going to listen to a short conversation between two people, Alex and Ella.
They're just hanging out and chatting about their day.
It's a pretty typical kind of conversation you might have with a friend or a classmate.
So listen closely and see how much you can understand.
Okay, let's hear it. I have class at 9 a.m., then I need to go to the library.
Me too. I go to the library at 11.
Do you have lunch plans?
Yes, I eat lunch with my sister
What time is your lunch?
at 12:30. What about you?
I don't have plans for lunch.
Do you want to join us?
Okay, so we just heard Alex and Ella talking about their day.
They use some pretty simple language, but there are some really key phrases in there that are super helpful.
Definitely, let's break down some of the vocabulary and expressions we just heard.
Sounds good to me.
So first off, let's talk about the word schedule.
Right. Your schedule is basically your plan for the day.
Like what you have going on.
Exactly. And you might hear someone ask, what is your schedule for today?
Yeah, that's a common way to find out what someone has planned.
And even though Alex and Ella didn't specifically use those words, their whole conversation is basically about figuring out each other's schedules.
Totally. They were trying to understand what each person was doing and when.
Exactly.
Okay, another super useful word is plans.
Like when Ella asked Alex, do you have lunch plans?
That's such a common question, right?
All the time. And notice how she said, have plans, not make plans.
Right. It's not about the action of making the plan, but whether a plan already exists.
Yeah, we're asking if something is already arranged or not.
Do you have lunch plans? Everyone should learn that one.
It'll come in handy, for sure.
Now let's move on to the word library.
Oh, the library, a classic.
Alex said he needed to go to the library, and so did Ella.
The library is that wonderful place where you can borrow books and study in peace.
I need to go to the library. You'll probably be saying that a lot, too, if you're a student.
For real.
Okay, one more word. Let's talk about join.
Ooh, yes, join. That's a good one.
At the end, Alex asked Ella, do you want to join us?
Meaning come and have lunch with him and his sister.
Join basically means to become part of something, to participate.
It's like an invitation to do something together.
Do you want to join us? That's a super common way to invite someone.
Definitely remember that one.
Okay, now let's go back to that conversation and listen to it again.
But this time we'll go line by line so we can really understand what they're saying.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
What are you doing today?
I have class at 9 a.m.
So Ella starts by asking, what are you doing today?
That's a nice general way to ask about someone's plans for the whole day.
What are you doing today? Easy peasy, right?
And notice that phrase, are you doing? It's how we talk about things happening right now or in the near future.
Good point. Okay, next.
Then I need to go to the library.
So Alex tells her he has class at 9 a.m. and then he needs to go to the library.
That word then shows us that there's a sequence of events happening.
First class, then library.
And I need to go to the library that shows it's something important he has to do.
That phrase need to is super useful.
It is. You can use it for all sorts of things. I need to eat. I need to sleep. I need to study.
All the essentials.
Me too. I go to the library at 11.
Now Ella says me too.
Which is a quick way of saying I'll
So
start.
she's saying she also has to go to the library, but at a different time.
Do you have lunch plans?
Now Alex changes the subject and asks about lunch plans.
Do you have lunch plans? Remember that key question?
He's checking if Ella has already arranged to have lunch with someone.
Yes, I need lunch with my sister.
What time is your lunch?
Alex tells her he's eating lunch with his sister.
And Ella wants to know the exact time.
What time is your lunch? Straightforward and simple.
At 12:30. What about you?
Alex gives her the time and then turns the question back to Ella.
It's always polite to ask the other person too, right?
I don't have plans for lunch.
Now Ella says she doesn't have plans for lunch.
I don't have plans for lunch. That's a good way to say you're free.
Yeah, it means she hasn't made any arrangements yet.
Do you want to join us?
And that's when Alex invites her to join him and his sister.
Do you want to join us? Remember, that's our friendly invitation phrase.
So even though it's a short conversation, we see how they exchange information about their schedules.
And use some really common phrases and vocabulary.
Now let's listen to the whole conversation one more time.
And see if you can understand even more now that we've gone through it step by step.
There we go.
What are you doing today?
I have class at 9 a.m., then I need to go to the library.
Me too. I go to the library at 11.
Do you have lunch plans?
Yes, I eat lunch with my sister.
What time is your lunch?
At 12:30. What about you?
I don't have plans for lunch.
Do you want to join us?
So hopefully listening to it again made it even clearer.
I bet you picked up on some things you didn't notice the first time.
Now, just for fun, let's do a little quiz to see how well you remember the conversation.
Okay, I like quizzes.
First question, what time does Alex have class?
Think back to the beginning of the conversation.
Is it A, 8 a.m., B, 9 a.m., C, 10 a.m., or D, 11 a.m.?
What was that first thing Alex mentioned he had to do?
The answer is B, 9 a.m. Alex clearly said, I have class at 9 a.m.
Did you get that one right?
Okay, next question. Who is Ella having lunch with?
Think about who was involved in those lunch plans.
Is it A, her brother B, her friend C, her sister, or D, Alex?
What did Alex say about who he's having lunch with?
The correct answer is C, her sister.
Remember, Alex invited Ella to join him and his sister for lunch?
So she must have been planning to eat with her sister originally.
Good deduction.
Okay, last question. What time is Ella going to the library?
Think about when she said she was going.
The options are A, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., C, 11 a.m., or D, 12 p.m.
Remember what she said after Alex mentioned going to the library.
The answer is C, 11 a.m. Ella said, me too. I go to the library at 11.
Nice job.
So that was our deep dive into talking about your daily schedule.
We learned some useful vocabulary and phrases and saw how they can be used in a real conversation.
Remember those key phrases like, what is your schedule for today? Do you have lunch plans? And do you want to join us?
Practice saying those out loud.
And think about your own daily schedule.
How would you describe it in English?
Try it out.
It's all about getting comfortable with using these phrases in everyday situations.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive and found it helpful for your English learning, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like.
We'd really appreciate it.
And remember, every little conversation you have, every new word you learn is a step closer to fluency.
So keep practicing and keep exploring, and you'll be amazed at how much progress you make.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one confidently talking about your schedule in English.
That's the goal, right?
Exactly.
So until next time, happy learning, everyone.
See ya.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.